What's up? Welcome back to S'mores and Doors and another episode of the original kings of DVD collecting. So don't forget that. I'm Corey. Alongside me is Dan, and probably gonna have Jake a little later. Maybe someone else. I don't know. But tonight we're gonna go over. I know I have some newer stuff. I don't know if you have new stuff DVD wise, Dan, but I do.
Not new. So, truth be told, grabbing stuff off of the shelf. There might be one or two new things.
We're also going to show some signed things. I've got some signed things, and then also just some unique releases. And take a look at those. Won't be a real long show, but be fun nonetheless. So, how you been doing, Dan?
I've been doing well. It's like hot as hell here today, so yeah. I've done a whole lot of nothing. Well, not a whole lot of nothing, just nothing outside. So just been cleaning.
I had to spend a couple hours outside for some work stuff, so it was pretty brutal. But
yeah,
I had to be back in the house for the night, and probably the rest of this weekend, honestly. So.
Yeah, I have to go out tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it. It's the temperature is not unusually high. It's just like the humidity makes it feels like it's 100 degrees. So
yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with too. So it was breezy a little bit today. I was like, man, if it stays like this all day, I can kind of work with this. But then that went away, of course. So
yeah,
but
yeah.
I bought some DVDs. You know, I always hit up the little stores when I'm out and about. And, but I've been spending more money on Temu, so we're going to have another Temu show at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've been getting the metal signs, and I've been getting carpets and rugs, horror themed.
Have you got any in yet?
Yeah. I'll save them for if you do another Temu stream. But yeah, I have like not wood. Well, some of it's wood, but like those vinyl floors. And during winter, they're cold as shit. And I'm a barefoot guy, so I've been like, okay, I'll get these because they kind of match the horror decor. So I've got some cool stuff. I got some. Most of what I've gotten is pretty decent quality. It wouldn't be any different if I bought it in a store. So
that's what I was going to ask. I know I didn't want you to reveal what you got, but was it worth the money you spent on it? I guess was my question.
Yeah, other than that one tin sign that had the watermark.
Yeah.
And it was just one. That hasn't happened on anything else. Like, I haven't gotten anything and thought for the price, wow, that's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So far, so good. I've been getting the metal signs for the bathroom, and yeah. Only thing I'm a little dicey on is getting furniture off there. But again, it's where it's coming from anyways. It's probably fine.
Yeah. I don't think I'd go too expensive on there, but for the little shit you're buying, the signs, which I mean are usually $5 or less, and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
I'll take a chance on it. I got a couple. I told you guys I've got a couple neon signs coming, which Jake had one I think when we did our show, and he said look good. So I'm excited to get those in, and they're $20. I mean,
I've been tempted. The only thing with those, because I've had a couple over the years, is like they use a lot of battery. So that's the only downside. At least if you're running them nonstop, they do use a lot of battery. But I'm tempted. I want to get that Cthulhu one that's up
I don't think these run on battery. I think they're USB. So.
Okay. Yeah, I had a couple back in the day, and it's just like, oh shit, I have to these batteries are killing me.
Yeah, I don't think these run that way. But
and Cliff, we're gonna just show off Feruza DVDs, so buckle in.
We got her whole box set.
Her whole box set.
But what's up, Cliff? What's up, Ben? Orcs out there. So I guess I'm gonna just power through this stack of new stuff I got. And first thing I want to show, I've got this today. And it was $4. It's not a DVD. I just to throw that out there, but I don't know when else I would show this. It was just too cool to pass up. And I have no Sega Genesis either. So, but a complete Shaq Fu. So $4. It doesn't go for a whole lot, but I was like, that's just too cool not to buy.
You can still get a Sega relatively cheap, right? Or is that gone way up?
Well, you can get those. I can't think of what they're called. Orc probably knows. They're like retro something that'll play like Genesis and Super Nintendo games. And
Oh, okay. That's cool.
if anybody knows,
Yeah.
we got Jess Graham out here. Jess,
Hello.
Shout out, Jess Graham.
Shout out.
thank you
What's up?
for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me. Are you in the middle of?
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say you guys are talking about emulators, but there's also a console you can get that will play those actual carts. But I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Jess, do they have any place that sells DVDs, physical media in your neck of the woods?
Other than Walmart anymore, I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe some thrift stores.
Nah, okay.
That's kind
I was curious.
I mean, that's one of my best places to go. Are thrift stores. So, because all of ours actually, they used to be like $2 and something a DVD, and all of them around here mark them down to 99 cents. So, if I even question whether I might want it, or if I can't remember if I have it, I just buy it. And
for $1, sure.
Yeah. So
you can resell it.
Now tonight, is there it said rare DVDs, autographed DVDs, signed DVDs,
unique stuff, and signed ones. So I'm gonna go through some new stuff I got first. That's kind of how we start the show, and then we'll get into that stuff. So
sounds good. I have a ton of DVDs. That's probably the thing I still have the most. I have very few Blu-rays even. So
cool. Well,
I picked out on the show. I'll explain it when it's my turn.
Nice. So I'll just run through these real quick, and you know what? If I'm out and about and I find a Criterion for $1, I always buy it. And I don't care what it is because I feel like that's worth buying. So I don't know what the kid with a bike is, but it's Criterion, so I bought it.
There you go.
Hayden
Cornelius approved.
This was cool. I remember watching this back in the day. This was $1 at the Goodwill. 2-disc set of the best of the Chris Rock show.
Oh, nice.
So, got this at Book Broker, the store that everyone makes fun of me about, but it's Full Moon Grindhouse Collection Auditions.
Oh, sweet.
Along with that, I picked up the double feature Midnight Movie Count Yorga set.
I love the Count Yorga movies. Robert Quarry, man, if he had his big break years earlier, he would be right up there with Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Price was jealous of him. He thought like he was being positioned to be his replacement, which he probably was, but time was up for those kind of movies, unfortunately.
Yeah. I picked this up for a couple bucks. I don't ever remember seeing this slipcover for this DVD, but maybe you guys did. But this lenticular Cloverfield slipcover.
Yeah. I remember that.
So it was like a couple bucks. I grabbed that. I like these little slipcovers for these sets. It's When Animals Strike Back.
Oh, nice.
So that was pretty cheap.
I have Graveyard Shift somewhere on its own.
Oh, nice. Shout out to Fox Pixar. Picked up Airplane.
Still one of the funniest movies ever made.
What's up, Anthony?
Hey, Anthony.
Days of Thunder. Just a classic little display DVD there.
Great one. I've got that upstairs too.
Digstown.
Ooh, that's been a minute.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thought I had. Now I've got all these movies. I've picked them up, but I found these at a Goodwill, and I probably should have put these slipcovers on some other DVD and bought them that way. But it was for a good cause, I guess, with the thrift store I was at. But I picked these up because they have those clear slipcovers, so I can put those on some of the other ones I have. I have that whole collection now. And
oh, good. Yeah.
So I just grabbed those for the slipcovers, basically.
The Children's a great movie.
Yeah. This goes back to living with my grandparents, but the Hee Haw collection.
Oh, I don't think I ever watched any of that.
I was forced to, so. But it's got like all the classic old school country artists. So Snapper Case Coma is not in the greatest shape, but
okay.
There's a Anchor Bay, probably not the greatest movie, but Fallen Ones.
Oh, that's actually not half bad. It's got a unique story. Yeah.
I was in the mood recently to watch this movie and found it for $1 in the Line of Fire.
Okay.
Picked this one up for the screen slipcover alone because it was kind of a unique one. I have this Halloween 2 Rob Zombie.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I recognize that slip.
I didn't, so that's kind of why I grabbed it. It's probably one of those Walmart ones or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The movie doesn't exist.
No.
A lot better than
Halloween.
A lot better than what's come recently.
Yeah. Then last but not least of the new stuff, and don't kill me. I don't know, other than Dan, I'm sure there's a lot of us that have movies people kind of consider classics or well-known movies that we haven't seen. This is one of them for me. I've never seen this. But this is on this Vista series line of DVDs. I don't know if you remember those. There were several movies that came out on those. I think some of the M. Night movies did. And something else. But Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, wow. You never...
Gorgeous.
Never seen it. So it's nice and shiny. And
I'm surprised
and it has...
didn't go to the movie theaters to see that back in the day.
Oh, I did.
And as a signed Jessica Rabbit.
I have the VHS. I had the Commodore 64 video game. I've got a blanket.
Nice. Christopher Lloyd is great in that movie.
Just the whole cast. Bob Hoskins. I mean, go on and on.
Yes. I think you need to hold the Halloween 2 more seductively.
Yeah.
Maybe lay your balls on it, just get those.
Hashtag Halloween.
This might be featured later next month on my channel and something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes.
Anthony's saying that was a sweet lenticular on Cloverfield. Yeah, I had never seen that before. That slipcover. And Digstown is badass. Nice. Yeah. I know one particular audience member would love it.
Just hold it to your face and make it look like you're filleting Michael Myers.
I'll leave that to someone else. Anyway, that's my new stuff. So,
yep, Cliff, who censored Roger Rabbit, and I do as well have the VHS.
Nice. No, I need to watch that soon. It's just one of those movies for whatever reason I never got around to watching. So
I think it's a great movie all around, but it's, if nothing else, watch it for its beauty and its classicness. Yeah. I mean,
the ride was a lot of fun too.
In Disney.
Yeah. The
cartoon spin or something like that. Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it's called. I mean, it holds up though, I think. Or it would. I don't even know if that's still there, to be honest. But
I honestly don't either. It's been.
Yeah, I hope it is. Did you ever watch like Cool World or some of those animated hybrid live action films that came out?
Something I watched. What the hell was it? I think I watched probably the worst one. Wasn't Monkey Bone?
Yeah, a little bit. I was gonna say I think Monkey Bone was trying to bring it back, and it was like, nope, we do not give a shit anymore.
No, I remember it being pretty bad, but
yeah, it is.
All right, so I got some signed stuff. Does anybody have anything signed they want to show off?
Yeah,
I do not get physical media signed, so I might have some indie stuff somewhere, but that's not my thing. But I do have some rare stuff.
Okay, well we'll wait on that. We'll go to the signed stuff first. Jess, you said you had some.
Well, yeah. Then I guess I brought some other things before the signed.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Only a few signed things. Like Dan, I'm not a big autograph hound, and most collectors would probably be ashamed when I get to it that just how, because they're my movies. I watch them.
Yeah.
But here's a couple of latest like DVDs I've gotten. I've gotten a few more, but these are the ones I've grabbed. There was a really good deal on Afterlife New.
Oh, nice.
So I picked that up because we have finished the collection at the time. Corey got me this for Christmas. Great movie.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Oppenheimer. And I noticed on your posters or your thumbnail for last time and this time, I thought, well, I have most of those movies, so I grabbed as many as I could see.
Okay.
Quickly that were on your. This one is
right.
on this thumbnail, but the rest of these I think are on the last one. So I had Beetlejuice. I recently got really cheap.
nice.
And I love that movie.
Going to see the sequel in the theater?
Oh, for sure. I've been waiting for that sequel for 35 years.
Yeah.
That was on your last poster. I think the first Scream movie, but since it was kind of a unique, now here's the collector part. It's a little torn up. But you guys remember this DVD box set?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It had the trilogy in it. Of course, I've got all 6 movies now, but
Oh, that's a good one. You better look at that one.
Yeah, I just threw those up. Those were the.
Gotta rub it on your nipples there a little bit, Jess.
Hold on. There we go.
There you go.
There you go. Those subs are going up.
And I have like 2. One's really rare, and I have 3 or 4 signed. Maybe
Okay.
5.
Well, I'll run through my signed ones here, and then we'll do your signed ones, and then we'll finish out with like unique stuff. So,
Okay.
So some of my stuff I just find at like stores for sale. So back in the 90s, I was a DJ on an alternative station, and we played all kind of stuff, including ska. So one of the bands we played a lot of was Real Big Fish. And I was at a vintage stock in St. Louis and saw this. It was in like the 99-cent bin. So I grabbed it just because I liked Real Big Fish back in the day. I get it to the car, and the back's signed by the band.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was kind of a fun little treat for $1 to find that. So glad I got it. I want to do this real quick. Ben has Castle Freak signed by both bands. That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
And Anthony's talking about going through the dump bin.
It's fantastic. I hope it never ends. I know it will someday, but
there was something I got in there. I know what it was. It's been a while, but it was all 4 Jackass movies on like a set for $5 in that dump bin. So I'm like, that's the best way to get that.
You don't get a lot of new like multi-movie sets anymore. I should say specifically for horror. It's been a while since I found something new where it's like, oh shit, that's not even out by itself on DVD. I have one of those to show off tonight, ironically, though.
I tell you what's in that dump bin, at least it was up until recently, is that latest Paranormal Activity movie, The Next of Kin, which I don't think it ever got like a standalone Blu-ray. So DVD's the only way to go unless you buy that big Blu-ray box set. So, and it's in that dump bin for $5. So
that's worth the.
Yeah. So I grabbed it that way. So me and Jonathan went during COVID times to a signing. I got this signed by Mick Foley.
Oh, nice.
These packages that they did, this like the 3-disc paper cover, is probably the worst thing to get signed. So I kind of regret that. So I try not to rub this up against anything because it'll rub that signature right off. But
yeah.
Anyway, I got that signed. I met Jerry Lawler, had him sign Man on the Moon instead of some wrestling DVD. So
nice. I like that movie.
And he said, "Oh, there's Andy." I said, "Kind of." He's like, "Yeah, kind of." So,
Little disappointed Jim Carrey didn't nut up and actually do a match.
yeah, that would have been good. And they never did the. They have never done the Zac Efron. Wasn't there talk about him doing a match?
There were some rumors. I don't know. Maybe
I guess he's got more going on than some of these other guys, but at least they got Mickey Rourke kind of involved with, not in a match, but
he wanted to do it. I heard his agent talked him out of it because they said, you're making a comeback. You don't need to be doing something stupid like wrestling a wrestling match. But I would have loved to have seen Jericho and Mickey Rourke try and put on a match. I think that would have been really cool.
I would have. Most of mine is wrestlers here. Jake the Snake, when I met him, got that signed.
That's a wrestler I can recognize.
Yeah. back in the olden days.
Hey.
This was not a wrestler, but met this guy at a show he did. So I got Encino Man signed by Pauly Shore.
Oh, dude.
Ooh,
nice.
Ran into him several times at the AVNs.
Oh, I imagine.
I think he was dating Ava Angelina at one point.
Lucky guy.
Yeah.
Then maybe the biggest one I got is this one's ultra rare. It's Retro Wrestling Night signed by the Creepy Kentuckian and Uncle Bill. So I'm gonna throw that out there.
Nice.
So that's kind of my signed stuff. I had a couple others, but I couldn't find them. I have a Vince Russo signed DVD and some other crap. But yeah, and some indie stuff like you had, Dan. That's like no one knows who they are, but
we got to organize a independent wrestling show and get some YouTubers on there to work a match.
Yeah, for sure.
Dead Pit Civil War, Wes versus Uncle Bill.
I think it's gonna be Uncle Bill versus Dana here soon. Yeah, that bring it on horror movie. Did you guys see that? Dan, did you see that one?
We watched that together off stream. Maybe you weren't there. I know Jay was and a few other people were. I mean, it's shitty, but we had fun watching it together. Cool. Maybe it was like still. I feel like it might have been after COVID or tail end of it or something. But yeah.
All right, Jess, what you got signed?
Well, now again, and as you said, some of this rubs off, and one of them you can't see very well. Probably the best, maybe the best one, but they're still cool. It reminds me of my experience. I taught in a film camp out in LA, summer film camp, and there was quite a few directors' kids in there that you would recognize. One of them was Jay Roach's boys. Now, this has been 15 years ago now, so I think I'm safe and not breaching any contracts. But so I had my Austin Powers DVDs at the time. He signed all three. Jay Roach.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Jess.
Nice.
Jay Roach down there.
Cool.
Did you ask him for Elizabeth Hurley's phone number?
I did not. We talked about, obviously his kids and film and Mystery Alaska. I was more talking about just his work. This other one says, thanks for being so cool, Jay Roach. Jess, thanks for being so cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, of course, it got gold member. And that one he just signed. He's probably tired of writing shit by then. And then this one, you're going to kill me. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but it says, Jess, be responsible, be kind to others, follow your dream. Best wishes, Sam Raimi.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you can see, it's really, really.
Yeah, I can see the Raimi there.
For sure. Yeah, I see it now.
Good. Yeah, I'm not lying. So yeah,
signed it on Kirsten's tits.
So that was really cool, and I got to chat with him. This was before the Evil Dead remake was coming out. It was just in like barely pre-production. Talked a little bit about that.
I tell you, when it comes to signatures now, for me, I'm more into like getting a picture with someone But I think it's different when it's stuff like that you got because you had that different experience than just going to a signing.
Yeah, it's more of a memory,
right?
For me, because the experience, like you said, I'd rather have a picture to remind me of an experience, but I had an actual experience. It's not the collectible itself.
Right.
It's just
exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, I got one last thing that's signed.
Okay.
Halloween again, but it's nobody from the Halloween movies.
Oh, yes, I do.
I got Dan Shine somewhere on here. I got Corey is somewhere on here.
I don't even remember signing that. I see my name there, but I don't remember signing it.
You don't remember signing that?
No.
Oh yeah, this was during our signing Scarefest 2022.
Might have been partying that night.
I remember signing 40 of those freaking unlisted owner posters. That's all I remember.
Is that you right there at my fingers?
Yeah.
Where's Dan Shine? He's on there somewhere.
I'm up. Yeah, there I am above. Well, I don't know who I'm above, but I am there in the green, maybe.
Yeah, I see you. Right up by his eye.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And the eye's Piz, I think. He's in there.
Oh, okay.
Got Jay. You got the whole, most of the crew on there. Everybody was at Scarefest, so
that makes it more valuable than any of the jabronis in the movie. So
I thought so too, and that's why this is what we.
I'll tell you one thing is that might be extra rare. Is that signed by Nick?
I think it is actually.
Oh, there you go.
Was he there during our signing? I'm sure.
Yeah, he signed. Yeah, he signed my House of the Dead poster. So
yeah,
probably.
And he's on here. He's on here, so there's a whole bunch. Timmy's on there, I think too.
Nice.
That poster's still in Los Angeles right now. So.
I think Nick might be down there.
Okay.
There you go.
Just a little
Nick from Lost River Drive-In.
Yeah, shameless plug. I'm trying to squeeze together the time to do Halloween in July, so a whole series of Halloween videos in July, and hopefully wrap it up with an interview with Nick. So,
that should
fan
be
of
fantastic.
Nick on Lost River Drive-In, because I think he's done a video or two about Halloween, so he'd be a good expert to have on.
Well, if you haven't seen it yet, go over to cable channel 11, or even on your channel, you have a video of the Scarefest 2022 trip.
Yes,
with a big chunk of the community.
Lots of videos from that trip, so go check them out. I think Piz had one. Lauren
has
Voices one.
Yeah, Visited by Voices Network. If you scroll back a ways, I know he's got a really long one from Scarefest.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Slash Your Own Video had one too, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah. Yep, Chris had one too.
Yeah, it's over several channels.
All right, so let's go into some unique stuff. And these first three I have aren't super unique. We'll kind of bounce around on these.
Yeah.
But I wanted to pull this one out because it made me think about it when I saw it. Remember back in the day when Scream Factory did DVDs?
Oh yeah.
Here's Day of the Dead DVD from Scream Factory, which
nice.
They don't do any of that anymore. So
no,
I found this at a Goodwill actually. So
good deal, I assume.
Yeah, like $1. So
I have the Anchor Bay Special Edition one, which I've always enjoyed.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah.
So, and then I wanted to stick with the lenticular theme because I found these recently, both for one for $1, one for 50 cents. And I don't remember seeing these back in the day, but maybe you guys did. But they're lenticulars of Terminator and Terminator 2.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
I remember those. I don't have them, but I love great movies.
So I always remember that Metal Pack T2.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I found those like within a week of each other, I think, which was weird at different places.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah.
So, all right, I'll take a break. Dan, you want to go?
Sure.
What's up, Daily Ghost?
Hey, Ghost, how's it going?
Ghosty.
All right. So,
yes, they do have some Screen Factory stuff there from time to time.
So, like I said, I grabbed some stuff from the shelves, but this is a new one that I noticed I didn't have on DVD yet. It was a Showtime original back in the early 2000s called Shelter Island with Ali Sheedy, Patsy Kensit, Stephen Baldwin, and Chris Penn, I believe was the other name in this. Kind of like a thriller. And I remembered Ali Sheedy getting naked in this, which was not the norm for her. And then I was heartbroken to find out it was a body double.
No.
But nonetheless, still.
Stuff that right in the trash can then.
Yeah.
Yes, just throw it out there.
Still a naked chick, so what the hell?
Well, okay, you bring it back.
Pretend it's her.
Might be better than the real thing. You never know.
Could be, yeah.
So this one,
I know.
She's not going to say, I'm not going to show my body, but get someone uglier than me. So
I want a disgusting pig.
Yeah. That girl's 400 pounds.
That way, no agents won't ask me to do it anymore.
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay, so here's one. Kind of a generic cover. I don't know if anybody was a fan of Gary Daniels back in the day, a British kickboxer. And this movie's called Firepower. And what's unique about this one is the villain in this sort of futuristic action movie is one Jim Hellwig, aka the Ultimate Warrior.
Shit.
So that one I just grabbed off the shelf. It's not a horror heavy night for me today, but I thought that one was kind of unique.
How's his performance?
He's about as good of an actor as he is a wrestler. So
Okay, well, that's
But
all you need to say.
Award winning.
more coherent, though. That's one thing I
Okay.
will say for him. So there's
Okay.
that. All right, what else do I have here? You mentioned sets earlier, and this movie has 4 sex. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. Patreon later, we'll see. So Houses of Hell 4-movie collection. This has Mask Maker, a slasher movie. It also has House of Bones with Charisma Carpenter. But this has 2 movies on it that are not available separately on DVD. Sci-Fi Channel originals, actually good ones. American Horror House and The Dunwich Horror, which is 2008-ish. Dean Stockwell from the 70s film comes back.
Mhm.
Jeffrey Combs is in it. You can get this off Hamilton Books right now because, like I said, American Horror House and this version of the Dunwich Horror never came out separate. So
Wow.
At some point, this is going to be very desirable. It's not out of print as of now. So there you go. You want those rare movies on physical media?
So look into that one.
That is how you get it. We'll show off a big set here. So I don't really, honestly, this will probably, I'll have to decide if I'm going to keep it or not because all the movies now I think are out on Blu-ray. But does anybody remember this set, the Basement set, which comes with a VHS tape, but also a bunch of DVDs? Kind of did the Camp Motion Pictures, did the old school big box.
I remember back in the day seeing that and wanting it, but never had.
Yeah, it's about one more. I think The Basement's the only one that's not, which is an anthology horror film.
And the rest are TerrorVision, right?
Yeah, everything else, Captives, the 2 video violence movies, and Cannibal Campout, those have all come out. So you never know. I'd have to decide. Might go on eBay one day.
I don't know. I feel like that's fun to keep. It's a neat piece.
It's pretty neat. Yeah.
It is. Usually my rule is if I get it on Blu-ray and there's no reason for me to have it, I do sell it off. But that one, yeah, it is unique. Let's see here. Another set. This one, when I picked it up in the early DVD days, I was stoked because it's got some gems on it. The Mega Movie Box of Horrors 4-pack. Now, Colobos has come out on Arrow Video Blu-ray, and Dead Waters, of course, has a wonderful Blu-ray from Severin. Dead Waters is a classic. I mean, that's one of the best horror movies made in the 90s. Colobos, fun little gem. Bloodthirsty is kind of an erotic vampire flick with Monique Parent, one of my favorites from her. And Highway Hitcher is a William Forsythe serial killer thriller kind of movie. Yeah, this is a cool set. I see it around once in a while at Second and Charles.
I've
One to
never
keep an
seen
eye
that
out
before.
for. Yeah, this is early DVD. I want to say like 1999, probably something like that. I vividly remember buying it, I think, at a Fry's. So, but it's not so rare that I don't see it pop up used here and there. So,
Right.
let's see. Grabbed some other random stuff. Just figured that's the way to do it. Just give you a taste of all sorts of crazy stuff. This is considered one of the worst Dracula movies ever made, and it is a piece of shit, but it's entertaining. Dracula 3000, which is Dracula in space. Don't make faces like that, Jess Graham. You know who stars in this? You got motherfucking Coolio, Casper Van Dien. You've got Tiny Lister, Debo himself, which, you know, Criterion Collection. We're still waiting. Udo Kier, Erica Eleniak. It's got a good cast. Dracula in space.
Udo.
There you go. Coolio's gonna fuck up Dracula in this.
I mean, yeah, cast, but I can't believe that's a movie worth watching.
It is a good one for bad movie night.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. Just grab this at random. You said unique, so for some of these I kind of went like, okay, I don't get a lot of this stuff signed. Obviously, I get photos and posters and stuff. So I went with unique as far as casts. This is a very entertaining movie. It's called Trailer Park Shark. It has an American Pie reunion with Tom and Ian Nicholas and Tara Reid, and I believe somebody else was in this that I can't remember. But it also has Dennis Haskins, Mr. Belding, doing battle with the Trailer Park Sharks. And this is from the last few years, so shouldn't be too hard for you to pick this one up. It's
I've definitely heard of that one. We were mentioning the Bring It On horror movie. They should do an American Pie horror movie. Let's bring them back and do a horror movie.
At this point, other than Casey Affleck, who's not essential, there's really nobody that you can't get from those movies. So I'm surprised at this point that even some of the main guys haven't tried to get a direct video.
I didn't even remember Casey Affleck was in that.
The main ones are trying to get in a fifth theatrical one, which I'm a fan of the theatrical ones.
I like the reunion movie. I thought it was pretty good.
I will tell you guys, I'm a fan of the direct to DVD movies as well, because Jess, they are funny. Trust me. Don't. No,
I watched them all,
except for the one with the girls, which was stupid.
I couldn't finish that one. That was, I don't know what happened there.
All
the trailer for it looked hilarious. The girls one, girls rule.
It doesn't make any sense.
And then I the whole plot line was just this was not funny.
Sex comedies don't work with women, unfortunately. It just doesn't make sense.
Again, the trailer looked like it could have. It was pretty.
All right. So this one, unique. Once again, I was looking around. This is really from the beginning of DVD. I want to say this DVD is from like 97 or 98. It's a sci-fi movie called Dark Drive, starring Ken Olant from Leprechaun, is what you would most know him for. It also has Julie Benz, for you Buffy fans, who is nude in this. And I don't think a body double. If you look at the DVD, it's it's a little different. Kind of. You can tell it's older, and
I kind of like stuff like that. I don't know why, but
my webcam it may not, but it's kind of like
solid case,
like a gray sort of case, and very, very old. It's a film from UFO, did a lot of different Sci-Fi Channel movies. So I got that. I got this movie's available on different sets, and even the snapper case is not too hard to come by, I don't believe. But Gary Tunnicliffe's directorial debut within The Rock. Cool cover art on this too. Yeah. You'll see this pop up at different thrift shops. This one's not.
I've never seen it.
Oh, really? I see this once in a while, and it is on some sets. Okay. Some cool makeup. This one, Xander Berkeley stars in it, and yeah, it's a fun movie from the late 90s. Nice. Let's see. If I go on too long, just tell me to shut up. Because
how much do you have left?
I still have a decent bit. I can show 3 more, then I'm down a stack if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So I know in this podcasting community, we're big fans of Barbara Crampton, and this is one of the last movies she did before she kind of stopped making movies for a while. Before she came back with You're Next and started appearing in everything. Mm-hmm. And this is a post-apocalyptic action movie called Cold Harvest. Another one starring Gary Daniels, a 90s, 2000s star. He was in that Ultimate Warrior movie. Yeah. And once again, Barbara Crampton is naked in this. And that's unique. So
is that a New Concord?
No. New Image, Sterling.
Oh, okay. Kind of looked like the.
Yeah, looks like something that they would put out for sure. And let's see. So you guys might remember the Sci-Fi Essentials line from Sci-Fi Channel. There are a handful of those that are very out of print, and I believe this is one of them. Crimson Force with C. Thomas Howell and Jeff Fahey. Everybody's gay for Fahey.
Gay for Fahey.
And this, I believe, was meant to be. Stephen Williams is also in it. And I believe this was meant to be a possible backdoor pilot kind of thing, or at least they were trying to make a TV series after it, because it kind of ends where there could be more. Obviously, there wasn't, but I remember watching it back in the day, and it was really good. And unfortunately, though, the DVD might cost you a little bit. And last for pile number 1, this was a CBS TV movie, and it is, I don't believe it's technically a sequel to the Roswell movie with Martin Sheen, but I thought it was. I remember when it came on TV back in the day, and that is Roswell: The Aliens Attack. This was a TV movie. I don't know if this is in or out of print. This came out. The DVD came out long after the movie aired, and yeah, I was excited to pick it up. Kind of random, something I just thought was lost to time, but it did get a DVD eventually.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, before we get to Jess, I wanted to bring this up. This isn't a DVD. This is actually a Blu-ray, digibook thing. But I used to have this only on a import DVD. But you were bringing up all the sci-fi stuff and sci-fi horror. You remember this movie?
Oh, yeah. I saw it in theaters. Karen Allen, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched it since, it was in the video store, but it was always an intriguing idea, but I don't think it was as good as the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I remember liking that one a lot. I was just saying, I remember liking it. Possibly not so much watching it again. It's been a minute.
Yeah. I'm sure the effects are shitty these days.
That's not a bad thing, though. I don't mind retro effects.
All right, Jess. Sorry.
You said unique. No worries. I don't have much for uniqueness. Okay. I own the Saw movies up to the final chapter. Was that 7
Mhm.
on DVD? And a lot of them had some really unique. I grabbed the first one I could find that had the most unique, but
Ooh.
I think 1 through 6 had some really cool boxes. Unfortunately, this is a little rough. It doesn't spin, and you can't as well, and he doesn't have the full recording. I think the power is going out on it.
Yeah.
The battery. I got it to spin a little bit earlier, but this Saw would spin, and Saw would say, or, Jigsaw would say something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some cool packaging for those, for
Some
sure.
very cool packaging. Again, I got it to spin a little bit earlier. There, you see it move.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
But it'd spin all around, and it was
Yeah.
cool. It was cool.
John Kramer just got his throat cut. That's his death rattle now.
Yeah. I think that was, I don't even know, that was Saw 5's box, but like also, I think the first 6 had some really cool boxes.
Yeah.
This is a rarity, and technically it's a bootleg. Now, we're not going to get into the politics of it, but
Oh, yeah.
Song of the South. You're a racist, Jess Grimm.
never released on home video format in the United States. And this is a DVD from, I think, the UK, but it was probably taken off of the Japanese Laserdisc. And I remember we went to the theater on Christmas Day, the last time it was released in the United States at all. And it was like I was 5 years old in the mid 80s. So, yeah, that's a rare one.
Not coming to the Disney Movie Club anytime.
No, it won't be on Disney Plus. There's not coming to Blu-ray, DVD. This, like I said, they never released it in America.
You don't want Uncle Remus on the app. Just
Uncle Remus is a very dear character. Thought highly of him as a child. Loved the stories. The movie itself is beautiful as far as the animation and the live action together.
Well, I just want to say that's another good reason to always cherish this DVD and stuff like that, because it's of the fact that they're getting rid of all that stuff. So it's impossible to find. So.
Yeah.
Can you
I'll be right
imagine
back.
Uncle Remus just walking around? Oh, cool. You get Uncle Remus just walking around Disney as one of the characters. That would be awesome.
Well, I mean, they just changed it into Princess and the Frog, which I love that movie too. But the Splash Mountain was based off of Song of the South.
It was, and that's not a thing anymore. So
no.
What is Splash Mountain now?
It's Tiana's Bayou Adventure from Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Which again, I like Princess and the Frog movie. I think it's sad to erase some things, but
we're gonna start a campaign. We want Uncle Remus back.
Again, it just is amazing.
Good luck with
you
that.
will put Jess Graham's face on the campaign. You'll talk to some of your powerful Hollywood contacts and make it happen.
James Baskin was around my age when he played Uncle Remus here.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying, I've said recently that I'm only like now, I think, a year younger than Joe Pesci was in Home Alone. So is that insane or what?
Wow.
Well, Macaulay Culkin wouldn't have gotten by you, Corey. You would have just power bombed his ass right onto those fucking toy cars of his and been over.
Yeah. It'd been one movie and like 20 minutes long.
I've pitched it before. They should do a new Home Alone where they just kill him at the end. Like, just like, can you imagine the theater? Like, you just get like Daniel Stern just like throws a fucking like knife and it just right in the face and he's dead.
The Home Alone for those who grew up with the original Home Alone.
I mean, Macaulay kind of looks like a dirtbag these days. He could play the Daniel Stern part if they did a new one.
It's like Halloween Resurrection. They fucking kill Macaulay Culkin like in the first 5 minutes. Then it's like his kid coming for revenge. I'm down for a dark Home Alone at this point.
Yeah.
Let's get disturbing with it.
We're getting the American Pie horror movie and a Home Alone horror movie. So there you go. Do you have any more, Jess?
I don't. I'm all
okay.
I'm all tapped out tonight.
I got like 4 here, and then Dan, I'll let you go through some stuff you got.
Sweet.
So one thing we were talking about, unique packaging, and all these are kind of unique packaging wise, and then a couple of the movies are unique, I guess. So I'm a big fan of the old jewel case DVDs. I've got a ton of those I've collected. This movie, I've never seen it. I need to watch it, but it stars Ernie Hudson and Robin Givens in Michael Jordan, an American hero.
There
Oh
you
my.
go. Who's Michael Jordan in this?
I guess it's that Michael Jace, or
Okay.
I'm guessing. I don't think Debbie Allen played Michael Jordan.
Good cast though.
Yeah, I'm assuming this was like a TV movie, maybe. So, but,
I've met Debbie in her dance studio.
Yeah. And this one, another jewel case. I've showed this before on the channel. I just think it's so insane, especially for when the time period this movie came out. These jewel cases should have been long gone, but Twilight on a jewel case.
Wow, yeah.
And I cannot, I've looked online. I had no clue what this is from, where it came from. So if anybody watching knows, let me know. But
I have
I'm
a
just
special
curious.
edition.
Yeah. So
that might be one of the last. I don't ever remember coming across that in a jewel case.
Well, just that movie came out so much after those were gone, so I don't know why it's in that. So
yeah, there's a few weird holdouts that came out after. I mean, you'd still see like the paper sleeves, but those thin jewel cases were rare.
Yeah. And the last thing I got is a couple of those German hard boxes, and this is a movie. It's a bad movie, but it's one that me and a friend in high school would always rent and watch and have fun with it. It got Skeeter in this hard box. And
yeah, love that movie.
Just kind of open up, and this one always falls out, but they're just kind of in there like that.
Yeah,
that one's I think that one's limited. I can't remember. And then I also have on that same type of thing. I just like the artwork for this one, so I bought it, and it was fairly cheap. This Phantasm 2.
Nice.
I like that art.
Yeah. So I think there was was that a foreign poster that had that? Maybe.
Yeah, I believe so.
The back kind of sucks, but
that's an American release, though, right? Or is that a foreign?
No, they're
DVD?
both German, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my unique stuff. So go for it, Dan.
All right. So everybody loves a Die Hard ripoff. And one that you might not be aware existed is Gridlock, starring the Hoff, David Hasselhoff, and Kathy Ireland. It was initially a TV movie, and if I recall, and yeah, the Hoff in the Bruce Willis role, and it's been a long time since I've seen this. I think Kathy Ireland is kidnapped, if I recall, but yeah, Gridlock. Thought that one that people may not remember or know exists.
What they call the Knight Rider.
Absolutely. These seem right up Vinegar Syndrome's alley, and I keep kind of expecting these to come to Blu-ray or even 4K. And these are the Snake Eater films with Lorenzo Lamas.
I've got that one, yeah.
Yes. They made 3 of these. They also did Snake Eater 2, The Drug Buster.
I might only remember the first one, or at least
Well, you may remember the third one, because the third one features a villain played by Snake Eater 3, His Law, played by Bam Bam Bigelow down there in the.
I must have missed that one.
Oh, wow.
Some fun.
I'm intrigued. Give me that.
I believe Sloppy Seconds has an unofficial Blu-ray of those. I could be wrong.
I'll have to look into that.
I think they do. Also, some that I know everybody's eager to come to Blu-ray. Of course, the first Sorority House Massacre is on Blu-ray, but this is that double feature with Sorority House Massacre 2, which is a way better movie. We talked about these on Jess's channel. I think your most successful video ever.
It's crazy. Out of all the topics.
Hard to Die.
You're holding some cash there.
Yeah, I know, because
that is not cheap.
I figured these were worth showing off because, as far as horror stuff goes, I know Hard to Die in particular, I think is very pricey. Also, Cheerleader Massacre.
I have that one.
They're the Massacre films. Yeah, I think you can get this. I got to actually, this case is a little messed up. I got to swap it out, but
yeah.
Also, this one's kind of strange. The Watchers 1 and 2. The second one hit Blu-ray from Scream Factory, but nothing from the first one yet.
Rights issue or something, I assume.
Yeah, something.
They didn't want Garrett to lose his mind. I think that's what happened.
They didn't want to give him a stroke. Speaking of one that at this point probably isn't going to come to Blu-ray, never say never, but it's looking pretty bad. Cheerleader Camp.
Yeah, that's a classic cover.
Yep.
Another one that I believe is pretty pricey. Maybe not quite as bad as Hard to Die, but it might be. One that I think like 10 years from now probably will be even more stupid expensive. Also, Camp Fear with Betsy Russell, kind of an unofficial. Some people kind of lump it in with Cheerleader Massacre. I don't think it was an official sequel, but the adult film star. I'm just checking. Sometimes there's boobs on the back, but there is not. Savannah, the adult film star, is also in Camp Fear, and I can keep going if you want.
Sure. I'm out, so.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'm main eventing tonight then.
Yeah.
Street Corner Justice. Now, I've talked about this one before. So this Mark Singer, of course, stars in it. Teeny Lister's also in this. What makes this one unique is the opening action sequence is Mark Singer chasing around Clint Howard, who is a deranged homeless man who likes to cut women's titties and drink the blood out of it. So there's a scene where Clint Howard cuts a girl's tit and drinks the blood from it in a dumpster. This is a classic. Bryan Cranston is in this. If I recall, I think he plays a priest. So this was, a little bit before Breaking Bad. This is on some sets too.
I have to write this one down. So.
This shouldn't break the bank. I think you can get this release. If not, you can definitely get it on some multi-sets. Street Corner Justice.
I'm intrigued by that one.
Basically, I'm gonna make Corey drop like a couple $100 by the end of this stream.
That won't be anything rare here lately.
Also, grab this one because, of course, Tiny Lister, passed away. I think this is one of the last movies he worked on. American Justice. This is fairly new. Another action movie. John Schneider's in it. Johnny Nitro, maybe at this point. John Hennigan, John Morrison. Yeah. He's in this. James Russo.
I think I've seen that out and about before.
Yeah. Is that Bo Duke, John Schneider?
Yeah.
John Schneider. Dukes of Hazzard.
Jonathan Kent, John Schneider. Nice.
Some unique casting there. That one you could probably get for nothing.
Yeah.
Out in the wild or on eBay. Some other Gary Daniels once again, and
Gary.
You buddies with Gary? Did you work with him?
No, I'm not. I just like saying hi, Gary.
Oh, okay. Well, this movie is called Riot, and he starred in this one with Sugar Ray Leonard.
Wow.
Takes place. It's basically an action movie, but it's one of those ones that kind of takes place in the not too distant future. It's a Christmas movie, takes place on Christmas Eve, with gangs essentially taking over a city. I think it may not even be in the future. I can't remember, but Gary Daniels did some pretty solid action movies back in the day, and this is one of them. Let's see. Oh, all right. This is a movie that everybody must experience. It is an essential bad movie. We talk about it on Flesh Wound Features quite a bit. Cage with Lou Ferrigno and Reb Brown. So this is about This is about a pair of, I believe, Vietnam Army buddies. Lou Ferrigno saves Reb Brown in Vietnam, and in the course of this, Lou Ferrigno eats a bullet right to the fucking head. Is still able to hold Reb Brown after getting shot in point blank range in the head. He should be dead, and like just hold him as the helicopter evacuates this war zone. And they go back to their hometown, and Reb Brown's trying to run a bar. He's taking care of Lou, who's now let's just say mentally handicapped and severely so. And I could be getting some details wrong, but they want to like take over the bar, these criminals, and they end up kidnapping Lou Ferrigno and making him into a mentally handicapped cage fighter. So Reb Brown has to rescue his buddy from a forced life of MMA fighting. And it is a masterpiece of bad cinema.
Sounds like the new Roadhouse.
Get that. Oh, it's better than Roadhouse. Get that. Al Leong is also in this, a iconic bad guy. So get your wallets out. Also, speaking of Roger Corman, I was a big Maria Ford fan. And if you like titties and if you like low budget Roger Corman action flicks, I highly recommend Angel of Destruction with Maria Ford and the equally beautiful Charlie Spradling. This one's a lot of fun. I don't know how out of print. It's obviously out of print. I don't know how out of print it is at this point, but yeah, you get to see Maria show off her moves amongst other things in that one. Another one from the Corman line with Maria Ford, we have Strip for Action. She kicks the ass, she shows the ass. Strip for Action is another good one if you're a Maria Ford fan. There we go. You want to grab those, Jess Graham?
I don't think I'm famous enough.
You might be.
Waiting.
I hadn't heard of Maria Ford, so.
And also, video store staple. Now, the first one is the only one on Blu-ray, and I do have it, but I haven't gotten rid of the DVD just to break up the set. And that is Don the Dragon Wilson's Blood Fist series. Starting with the original Blood Fist, which you can get as a website exclusive for Scream Factory, or for Shout Factory, I should say. Tip on that, there's a few sellers that sell them a few bucks cheaper sometimes on eBay. So that's an option. It all started with Blood Fist. It's a weird series because they actually get better as they go along, in my opinion. Blood Fist 2. It's only the first two where Don the Dragon Wilson is playing the same guy. Then they all just become standalone films. The next 3 and 4 is on the Dragon Pack. Also with Black Belt, which that one is also on Blu-ray. Black Belt's not part of the Blood Fist series. That is a blast. That's actually probably better than any Blood Fist movie that he did, but you can get it as part of the Dragon Pack. And got 5. I just remember, again, they kept making these. I forgot to grab the one non-Don the Dragon Wilson one, Blood Fist 2050, which is a sci-fi one without him. But they just kept making them. By the time you get to 6, that's kind of becoming its own sort of Die Hard ripoff. This is one of the better ones, actually. Ground Zero. He was always just a staple. They kept putting these out. This one still has some Hastings stickers on them.
Hastings.
Yeah.
Are we all just talking about Hastings?
We were. And last but not least, at least with Don the Dragon Wilson, like I said, forgot to grab that other one. There you go. Blood Fist 8, No Way Out. I don't think any of these are, like, for whatever reason, are like super expensive. Again, out of print. We're down to the final 5, which I grabbed these because none of these are on Blu-ray, and we've got some shows coming up on them on Flesh Wound. But the Italian sex comedies of Edwige Fenech, none of these are on Blu-ray. Lady Medic, one of my favorites from her. One of the most beautiful women to ever live. And this one's not really a sex comedy, but also not on Blu-ray. The Sins of Madame Bovary. And these are, like, if you see these out in the wild, well worth picking up. Ubalda, All Naked and Warm. If you find these, like I said, grab them. Giovannona, Long Thigh, which I think there might be a little bit of nudity on the back cover, so I won't show it. And one that we have a show coming out on fairly soon, the School Teacher Collection. Now, this you can still get, I believe. Not the greatest quality. I'd like to see it, remastered and put out on Blu-ray, but some of the films that made Fenech a legend in Italy. And that's all I got.
Well,
hey, Chess.
Hey, Jessica.
Didn't you say your favorite sex comedy was The Accused?
Oh, that's probably Pug's Dread.
Oh.
The movie that ruined pinball forever.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for bringing your goods tonight.
Yes, I grabbed too much, probably.
Oh no, you're fine. I think the next show I know you guys showed a couple box sets, but I think like favorite box sets in your collection will be a cool one to do.
Absolutely.
So we'll do that, and then anything new we've picked up. So it'll probably be a couple weeks. We'll get that going.
Cool.
Like I said, also I'm trying to do Halloween in July here, so I need to start pre-recording some stuff because for over a week I'll be on vacation in July, so I got to get some stuff done.
Oh,
yes.
Where to? If you
Gatlinburg. So.
Okay, not to dox you, but
no,
might have some rabid DVD fans that are going to go try and find you now.
Gonna need the hotel you're staying in, your social security number.
Yeah, well, I'll get you that off air.
Thanks, buddy.
I'll see you there, nerd.
Bring your guns. And your bottles to break in half.
Break it in half.
Jess, what do you guys got coming up?
Oh, shoot. This month, I think, we're premiering the new spin-off to the Horror Rumble called Just the Rumble, or it's The Rumble. Okay. And it's going to hit other genres, and I think the first episode is the Star Wars main saga, episodes 1 through 9.
Cool.
Nice. Should be fun. Yeah, and just come over Cable Channel 11. Check us out if you haven't.
Yes, for sure. Dan, Flesh Wound.
Flesh Wound Features. We will be live this Wednesday. Probably have something, maybe even that Fenech show dropped before. We've been banking some stuff, so it's a lot coming to the channel at some point. But Wednesday, I know we're doing Handling the Undead, which is a book to movie. It's from the same guy that wrote Let the Right One In, so we're kind of excited to cover that. We've got Trim Season, which is a 420 marijuana themed extreme horror movie. We'll be reviewing that. What else do we have? The Exorcism with Russell Crowe. We'll be doing that one.
Okay.
So yeah, we got a pretty stacked show coming up Wednesday. There's other stuff too. We got a unique one Wednesday.
Awesome. Well, we know no boring stuntman on your channel, so it's always good to know. Also, like I said, Halloween in July. Hopefully that's going on here. I talked to Dan earlier. I think we said this on air. Probably have a T-Move show in the near future.
Cool.
As well, because I've got a ton of stuff. And tonight at 11 p.m. Central, got 10 hours of Art Bell. So enjoy that for all you Art Bell fans. So.
Perfect for work days, or if you're just doing stuff around the house, to just pop that on and let it run.
Yes. So hope you all enjoy that. It's been a while since I've had some Art Bell up. I've just been too busy to edit through that stuff. So wanted to get something out there. So other than that, that's all I got. Until next time, we'll see y'all later.